Alright, we got a lot, so let's get to it.
Noisy Pixel.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to another Noisy News Week for the week of July 11th. Here's where I fill you in on some notable news posted to noisypixel.net this past week. Starting off the news roundup, we have Devolver Digital revealing that they will publish the Flying Wild Hog developed ninja action game Shadow Warriors 3. They released a cinematic trailer, didn't show any gameplay. They are saving that for their digital event airing on July 14th. Square Enix announced that they will be shutting down the servers for Valkyrie Anna. Who cares? The game launched in April 2019, so a little more than 1 year later. The game will not be available after August 31st. This is for the global release only. It will still be going on in Japan. They are pulling out the stops for the events and stuff so you can get some 5-star characters, but it doesn't really matter. It feels really bad when this happens, so I'm sorry if this game was fun for you. We did review it and it was actually a good game, but I don't know. Mobile games are tough. In some anime-related news, Persona 5 The Animation will receive a Blu-ray set from Aniplex, and guess what? It's $400. So if you have $400 lying around, then by all means, go ahead and pick this up. You can pre-order it now for $300 if you want. The difference between $300 and $400 in my head isn't really a lot. I'm sure they only need to sell about 10 of these to get their money back. So yeah, that's the way the news goes. Dotemu announced that they will publish the Falcom-developed action RPG Ys Origin on Nintendo Switch for a 2020 release. There will be a physical edition handled by Limited Run Games if you want a physical copy. East Asia Soft announced that they will publish the one-hand-free developed Strip 'em Up Waifu Uncovered on Nintendo Switch to release on July 16th. Digitally on Nintendo eShop. This game is like a shoot 'em up, but with girl pictures in the back, and like Girls Panic, stuff like that, where the girl gets undressed slowly. And from what the trailer shows, they get kind of they push. They don't hold back. Let's just say that. Anyway, it's not the uncensored release, it will be the censored version, but there are 2 different versions available on the game for like uncensored and censored, but I can only imagine that they didn't really allow completely nude characters on the Switch, so we'll see. D3 Publisher announced that they will be publishing the Yuke's developed third-person shooter Earth Defense Force World Brothers in the West on PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch for an early 2021 release. This is a playful pixel world style Earth Defense Force game, and I can only imagine that they're trying to tap in on that Fortnite crowd. God, everybody just wants a piece of that pie. You gotta get colors, you gotta get cute characters, but man, I miss the realistic looking kaiju. But hey, it looks cute, whatever. I'm not complaining. Tribute Games announced that their 2D action platformer Pams Our Paladin will launch on Nintendo Switch and PC on July 21st. This is that retro 2D action game. Looks really dope. We have a preview on the site and an interview with the developers, so please check all that out before the release. Bandai Namco announced that the supermassive developed horror adventure game The Dark Pictures Little Hope will release on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC on October 31st, so you can play on Halloween with your friends while you're self-quarantining. That sucks because that means you have to play with your family members, and we all know mom can't play games. Dad can't play games either. I want to play no Centipede. I want to play Dark Pictures. Moving on, Outright Games announced that they will publish the mecha 3D combat game Zoids Wild Blast Unleashed exclusively on Nintendo Switch on October 16th in the West. I recall Zoids from middle school when I wore a Zoids t-shirt to school and promptly got beat up. But I really liked Zoids growing up. Probably the only one in my class. And now it's cool because it's on Switch. So that's the end of my story. Modus announced that the Daryl Arts game developed horror adventure Remothered Broken Porcelain will be delayed on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC from its planned August 25th release date to a new October 20th release date. Just pack in October with all the horror games like it should be, because last year we didn't get very many, and that shouldn't happen. And it won't ever again. Sony released new images of the PlayStation 5 box art for Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. It shows like a little silver lining around so you can tell. You can sit next to the blue right there, you know? It's whatever. It seems to use the same blue case though. And Miles Morales will be its own standalone game, not an expansion, so that's cool. Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment announced that they will publish Bakugan Champions of Vestoria exclusively on Nintendo Switch on November 3rd. This is developed by Way Forward. And speaking of things that I got beat up for liking growing up, Bakugan was definitely one of them. Xseed revealed retail editions for the Edelweiss developed action-adventure Sakuna of Rice and Ruin, set to release on PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PC in 2020. So yeah, it has a limited edition and a standard edition. Looks cool. I think one of them is $60 and the other one's like $40, so your choice. Visual novel news, and we have a lot of it. Manga Gamer announced their plans to publish the Liarsoft developed romance visual novel Jean at the Clock Tower, Jean à la Tour des Horloges in the West on PC. This is a game where you're in this war, but then somehow you go to a alternate universe where that Jean, I believe her name is. I don't know, guys. You probably know better than me. But anyway, you see her, and then there's some romance, and there's some love. Manga Gamer also announced that they will publish the expansion for the Hunex developed Steampunk Otome Steam Prison. And finally, we get the Finn route. The game will be released on Manga Gamer and Steam for all you Otome fans. Ninetale announced their plans to release Venus Blood Hypno in the West as Venus Blood Hollow with the help of a upcoming Kickstarter. The game was renamed so that it can be released on Steam because it is a fairly graphic RPG visual novel. Lots of tentacles and crap in it. I liked the other one, but definitely has some adult material. But yeah, I think they're going to do an all-ages version. Studio Ellen announced that they will be publishing a new Yuri visual novel, Please Be Happy, which is what I tell all of my ex-girlfriends probably weeks before they break up with me. For a 2020 release on Nintendo Switch and PC via Steam. The game is about a fox who turns into a girl to find this other girl because she helped her at some point or something like that, and then Yuri stuff. Sakai Project made a few announcements. One is that they will be publishing the Pal-developed 99 Episode 4 in the West on PC, and Episode 3 has not been available yet, but we do have reviews for Episode 1 and Episode 2. The publisher also announced that they will be releasing the Calm-developed visual novel Kara Kara 3 in the West, and hot damn, these anime girls are driving me crazy. Moving on, they announced that they will be publishing the Whirlpool-developed comedic visual novel Slobbish Dragon Princess on PC in the West later in 2020. This follows a neat protagonist who was at a dojo and then he leaves to go stay with this other person, and then they find this lizard who happens to be a dragon princess, and the dragon princess stops an invasion of the world, and from these dragon folk she ends up really liking this protagonist boy and they fall in love. Indie developer announced that their visual novel Milky Way Prince, the Vampire Star will launch on PC via Steam and the Epic Store on August 13th. This is a very emotional visual novel with BL elements to it. It looks interesting and I'm looking forward to it. It's supposed to be dark, controversial. Axis Games launched the Nintendo eShop store page for the Idea Factory developed Otome visual novel Collar X Mouse Unlimited, which reveals an August 13th release date in the West. We're going to get it soon. We have a review on the site right now for Color X Malice on Switch, so please go check it out. This is out of order, but Sakai Project made another announcement that they will be releasing the anime-style platformer Tilbury 2 Dream Ocean on PC via Steam on July 17th. This is very, very doujin platformer with doujin stuff. Very niche. If you like it, you like it. Has some good art assets though. Give them that. Pureworks announced that their romance visual novel White Wings will launch on PC via Steam on July 17th. This was a Kickstarter game. It did pass the stretch goal for animated CGs, so you can get some moving anime girls. Visual Novel Village launched a Kickstarter for their upcoming visual novel, Student Union. Check out the Kickstarter. It's a 40-hour visual novel that's in development, and they have a demo available too. On to interviews. We have Sakura Wars previews. We have Mortal Shell, the closed beta, which is now an open beta. Reviews on the site. We have Catherine Full Body on Switch, F1 2020, which I know you nerds didn't expect, but we threw that in there because, hey, we may do a lot of visual novels, but we also do sports, okay? You can't put us in a box. Don't even try. We have Ultra Core, Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town, Autobahn Odd Tales, Color X Malice on Switch, Crosscode, Sword Art Online, Alicization, Lycoris, I've been corrected that that's how you say the name, and Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2. And guys, that's it. That's the show. Thank you so much for watching. It's a busy ass week, but we'll see you next week.